In this video, I'm going to cover two functions, Workday and WORKDAY.INTL. Both are used to calculate a date that is a given number of working days from another date. The Workday function defines a working day as Monday through Friday. The WORKDAY.INTL function lets you define what are workdays and what are weekends. Here, I've used the Workday function to calculate a date that a payment is due, which is 7 working days after the invoice was raised. If you want to follow along as I explain these two functions, you can download a copy of the practice file from the link in the description below. So the idea of this example is to calculate the date that an invoice should be paid by. Payment is due 7 working days after the invoice is submitted. As you can see, I submitted the invoice on the 1st of December. Yes, I know the 1st of December is tomorrow if you're watching this video on the day I published it, but it's a demo. Anyway, 1st of December is a Monday. 7 working days from the 1st of December is the 10th of December. We could count them in that list that I've created in columns E and F. But I don't want to be manually counting, particularly if I have a list of invoices. I don't want to count them all one by one. So I'm going to get Excel to calculate the payment date, and to do it, I'll use the Workday function. By the way, you don't need that list that I've created in columns E and F to use the Workday function. I just created it to do a manual check for the video. So in B2, I'll put equals Workday, open brackets. The first argument is the cell with the date in it, which is A2. The second argument can either be a number or a cell reference containing the number. And in this case, I'm going to put the number 7. And what that's going to do is it's going to calculate 7 days from the date in A2. By the way, I can put a negative number for the second argument. And if I do that, it will give me a date that is however many work days before the date that's used as the first argument. So I'll press enter and we get the 10th of December 2025. The Workday function has a third argument called holidays, and that is optional. So to illustrate this, I'm going to change the invoice date to the 23rd of December 2025. Now, 7 working days from the 23rd of December is the 1st of January. We could actually count that manually if we wanted to in this list that I've created. But my client is closed for holidays from the 24th of December to the 4th of January. So I need to amend the formula to include those dates, which you can see I've typed up in column I. So I'll go and edit the formula in B2. After the 7, put in another comma and then specify I1 to I12 as the range of cells that contain the holidays. And when we say holidays, it's basically days that we don't want to be included in the count. So although the 1st of January is 7 working days from the 23rd of December, because of the holidays, I won't get paid until the 13th of January. In some situations, working days aren't Monday to Friday, and weekends aren't Saturday and Sunday. It could be you're working in a country where weekends are, say, Friday and Saturday. Or it could be that you're working on a project where, to get the job done, everyone works Monday to Saturday, with Sunday being the only non-working day. For situations where you have a non-standard weekend, you can use the Workday.INTL function. And this function is similar to the Workday function, but includes an extra argument for custom weekends. So let's say I'm working on a project with a client who's based in a country where the weekend is Sunday only. 7 working days from the 1st of December is the 9th of December. But of course, I don't want to manually count the days, so I'll use a formula. I'll go to B2 and put equals workday.intl. I'll specify the start date as the 1st of December, comma. I'll specify the number of days as 7, comma. And then I get plenty of choices to define the weekend. As I said, in this example, the weekend is going to be Sunday only, which is 11. So I can either type 11 directly into the formula or click on it from this list. Just a single click will do. And then if I've got holidays, I will specify those. Otherwise, I'll just close the brackets and enter. And that's it. Workday and workday.intl functions. I hope the video helped you out, and if it did, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like more Excel tips and tricks, check out my website at theexceltrainer.co.uk. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, but until then, have an excellent day.